Hello, everyone, and welcome to another week of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your humble DM, and these are our players. In the previous session, the party uh, adventured to the edge of Avernus. Before that, they made camp with one Elsha Irewind, who gifted one pocket her holy seal and a bottle of holy water. There was an attempt to be disrupted by one of Asmodeus's minions, who told you that Levistus can't save you. What is Haruman? But you turned him into a frog and continued to make your way through Avernus. Jory had taken some ichor from your former adventuring
I'm sorry.
companion, Blake.
What did Elsha give me?
She gave you her holy symbol or her holy seal and a bottle of holy water, which even now faintly glows. And in my head canon, I imagine that Elsha actually heals the entire encampment when there is that magical discharge that happens, uh, or that happened during the last session. But that is a separate conversation.
Got it. Made him a frog. Then what?
And you continued to make your way through Avernus. My goodness, that's not helpful. I'm trying to get my stuff sorted
Did,
out.
did
You
we make it
eventually,
to the Dread Archers?
yeah, the Dread Arches, or the Gate of Avernus, and were accosted by an Amnesu who is standing, we'll say, about 250 feet away from you, projecting their voice and speaking telepathically. They have a tall staff and minions on either side of them who are pointing ranged weapons, like longbows, in the group of your direction. And the Amnesu asks, what the toll, if you know what the toll is for, um, breaking the will of Asmodeus and attempting to cross of your kind of own volition. You may remember that Asmodeus asked that you contribute to the blood war in some significant way, and when you denied him this privilege through Haruman, things came to a head previously. You may vaguely remember because of your amnesia situation falling in the river Styx. So the Amnesu starts maniacally laughing, and you have a moment to collect yourselves. Do you say anything back, or what do you do? Copernicus
Is
is with you. Um, you still have
I'm gonna
Leo.
say to the Amnesu, is the toll death? Can I guess that it's death?
So you ask that, and the Amnesu says, "You wish that it were death. Death is too easy." And continues to laugh. And the other creatures begin laughing as well. You can make an insight check if you want.
How many creatures are there?
There are about 5 or 6. A couple of archers and 4 spine devils.
And are they standing in our way? What? I'm sorry. Where are we again?
Yeah, so you're going through sort of this like canyon pass from Avernus to Stygia, which you know is your destination. It is going alongside the river Styx and it's a very tall, wide space, about 400, 300 feet in the air, and some 250 feet, there's a column that's laid across it with what look like caverns on either side. You can see all this from where you're standing a ways in the distance. It's on the narrow side for the type of bridge that it is. There aren't any guardrails or anything like that. There are several figures that are evenly scattered across it, and in the center, this large Amnesu. You can recognize that it's not the same Amnesu that you met previously, although you're not quite sure how. There's a different timbre in their voice, I guess.
So I
Uh,
did an insight check and I got 15. My
so
internet is cutting in and out, so I might not hear you.
you're a ways away, and the figure is very stoic, like most Amnesu. I'm not sure if we have a picture in the chat, but if I think that we did last time. And they hold up their fingers, and the archers begin to pull back their arrows. And let us roll initiative.
18.
18, Russo. If you could put your initiative in the chat, that'd be great. 25. Pocket. Because you have like a +5. Is that an actual 20?
I have +8 and advantage on initiative.
Oh, right. Nice. That's wonderful. So I just need 16. And Copernicus's. Wow, Copernicus rolls a 19 on the die. Still probably less than Pocket. Okay, Pocket, you're the first to act.
So we're trying to get past them.
Yeah, you're essentially just trying to get on the other side. And you can see that the devil figures and their archers begin to point their weapons, their various weapons at you. Their spines or their bows.
I'm I'm so sick of this place. Scram, and I cast scatter.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
On up to 5 creatures. So you said 5 or 6 earlier. Which is it?
It's 6. And well, 7 including the Amnesu. And they are far away from you, about 250 feet. So you're out of range currently.
They've been like hollering at us this whole conversation.
Yeah,
No,
they've
in
been
the
projecting. It also can project itself telepathically. You might not know it, but this is the ability of their large staff, which
Gotcha.
is almost like a satellite fork or something like that.
Gotcha. Okay, I didn't know they were that far away.
Yes, indeed. They're not 30 feet. You can do it when you are within 30 feet, though, up to 120 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Which would, effectively be off of it. You think that you could instantly kill the archers that way?
No, I get what's happening now. I didn't know they're that far away. Give me a second to look at my other options.
Large space also. Probably the underbelly part is 400 feet across, give or take. and you're walking in a group in the center of it together.
Which of the lackeys looks the toughest?
Well, the spine devils look tougher than the archers, and you can only see two of them. Um, and you can't really read the situation because of how far they are. They look like figures to you.
Okay, I'm going to activate. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna activate Far Step. I start sort of vibrating and shimmering.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to cast Far Step, and then you can, and then I'm going to teleport.
Is it 60 feet? How
Yeah,
far? As far as
yeah, it's 60 feet per turn.
okay,
I'm gonna teleport 30 feet up and 30 feet towards them.
right, okay.
Um, and then I'm going. Oh, what did? Sorry, Jory. What did that potion you gave me do?
It's a +1 AC for 10 minutes.
I'll go ahead and chug that potion.
And then, okay, and then you also get 2d6, a 2d6 plus 6 temp HP.
2d6 plus 6. That's very cool.
Oh, and you should all be getting a +1 to attack rolls, including spell attacks and ability checks from your Oberon's Choice vintage.
Sorry, what was that? Say that one more time.
Oh, that's what it was. The
You
wine.
drank Oberon's Choice. You've been saving that wine,
Mhm.
and it gives you a +1 to ability checks and attack rolls. At least for this encounter.
Okay, yeah. So I teleport up and forward and drink that potion.
Cool. It pumps your AC. Up next is Copernicus, who is going to he's going to wink in the camera, put on his ring of invisibility, and he disappears. You don't see him at this point. Ruzo, what do you do?
So how far away are they from us?
250 feet, give or take. So I'm not sure what your range is for like your bow, whatever bow you have on you.
Or it cut out. How far away are they?
250 feet.
Very far. I will also take the potion that Dory gave me. So for +10 speed for an hour. Um,
And then the temp HP as well.
yeah. That gets me a little bit closer to them. I am just gonna move towards them. And the range for my bow. If I could find it.
On your actions page, next to your bow, it'll have 2 numbers.
Yeah, it should say in your character sheet.
It should be right next to the name of the action where you like use
Yeah.
your
So my range is 80 feet by 320 feet.
Yeah, so that means within 80 feet.
Yeah, you could hit from where you are. You think that you could shoot with your crossbow, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, they're
Short
within
bow.
your
Yeah.
weapon.
Yeah, so how are they arranged again? Like, where are they in relation
Enter
to us?
Amnezu. You would presume sort of the leader of this group, who has a tall staff, um, a large metallic staff with two sort of wings, I guess you could say, on either side of the head. And then there is a spine devil on either side of them, an archer on either side of the spine devil, and another spine devil on the other side of the archer.
And just so
So
you
there's
know, for the range on the weapon, anyone below the first number is close range, and anyone above the number is long range, and you have disadvantage on those shots. And if they're
yeah, if they
further than 350 feet away, they're too far for you to hit.
So I've moved closer, so I think they're with 205 feet of me.
Yeah, so that'll still be.
Because I have like the 10 plus 10 speed as well.
Yeah.
And I'm going to attack either one of the archers. And I'm going to aim with my short bow.
Very good. Make your attack roll.
So 19.
19 hits. They have studded leather armor. You can see with just like entirely black details. Their faces are covered with masks that you can't quite make out from where you are. And you strike one of these archers in the shoulder. Go ahead and roll your damage.
34.
Did you say 34?
Yes. Hang on,
You
just a breakdown of that.
you don't get your sneak attack damage for this.
25 then, I think.
What is the breakdown of that?
So 1d4 plus 2. I think the sneak attack got added onto that automatically.
Yeah.
The sneak attack is 6d6.
So just it should have a die that you roll and you add. I think it's your dex. And you should be able to just click on the
It should
weapon.
just without sneak attack, it's just 1d6 plus 4.
9. Oh.
Yeah, that's a pretty big. That's a notable difference. So yes, your arrow finds purchase, but they remain resolute. They seem pretty stocky, these archers. Jory, it's now your turn.
Okay. Okay. I will move 25 feet up towards Ruzo. And it seems they're a little far away, and I will take out little vial, and I'll take out some licorice root, and I'll shave some of it into this vial. And then I will splash it. I'll splash it on Ruzo, and I'll cast haste on them.
On top of what they already have.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
Dude, haste is way better
Cool.
than anything else I could already have.
Could you link the spell haste for Grace's sake so that they can see the effect? I think it doubles your speed.
Oh.
Yes, I can do that. Double speed plus 2 AC.
It's a lot. Double speed, 2 AC, advantage on dex saves, and an additional action every turn. But that action can only be used to make the weapon attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
So make sure that you keep track of that.
Here, I'm sending it over.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Both are
So I
six.
think, yeah, Ruzo, if you had two strikes of your bow, you have 3 now.
Well, actually, if she had, oh no, yeah, because she only has 1 attack per action.
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay, and is that your turn?
And
So you just run 30 feet in the direction.
of Ruzo, yeah, that's my turn. As if I mean, I'll say to our party. I'm not sure. Is there any way to avoid this encounter?
I'm trying to get
Um,
close enough to make that happen.
Okay, then I think that we'll continue on, and end my turn there then.
Very exciting. Up next, it is the Amnezu who begins to slowly walk off. And actually, no, they don't do that. Or yeah, I'm going to say that they just begin to slowly walk off in one direction. We'll say it is to the left of where the party is. They have nothing to do on this turn. They do not rush and probably walk about, see what their speed is, 25 feet one way off to the left, we'll say. Though they can go a little bit faster. They don't seem to really be sweating it. Um, and then all of a sudden, there's a burst of a portal above the top of this tall canyon space, and you can see what looks like the remnants of a town centered around a clock tower, mostly made of stone, now totally burned and charred. It looks like you can almost see the what looks like the clock tower from The Legend of Zelda and the surrounding shop area, which would be set for a festival.
Why do I feel PTSD for this?
Um, you can see it
Same.
overrun with spine devils and imps who begin to flood out from this portal in all directions. And the Amnezu is very clearly taken aback. They've already begun to walk off in the other way, and they nearly fall back on their stabs. But then they stand resolute and they begin speaking in a language that you probably don't understand. It's a pig in of infernal and primordial. So if you have,
I know Abyssal and Primordial.
so you might be able to pick up bits of it. And Pocket, you know infernal.
Do I?
I think so.
Only Nell were here.
Can
She
I
knew
only have-
both.
can I parse anything from
I only have Common and Sylvan
their
on my
speech?
character sheet. I might have known it by casting Tongues, or you gave it to me and I forgot to jot it down.
I don't know if I would give it to you. Maybe because of what happened with your Book of Vile Darkness, you could understand it. But
But
now that you are no longer in possession of that book, you do not.
I don't think I ever knew.
Make a. You could make a intelligence check, Chan, to see how well you understand.
Okay, intelligence, base intelligence.
It's
That's
a really
very good.
gruesome, growlish version
If
of
I had
Infernal.
time to, I would cast Tongues if we weren't in initiative.
Is it a basic intelligence?
Yeah, we could say intelligence history.
Oh, history is great. I think
I think
that's a 24.
24. Wow. Okay.
24.
So you're able to get some sense of what is being said because of your kind of natural linguistic. Oh no, they don't know Copernicus. Kind of wherewithal. The Amnesu calls the realm in which these creatures come from Cineros. You recognize that word in particular as being different from the regular primal language and even the infernal one for its dark timbre. It's very guttural. You're able to understand that these creatures aren't under anyone's like they're freshly created creatures. They've been brought into being by the dissolution, by the invasion of this realm, and from the core of this uh, it's a demi-plane, but from the core of this demi-plane's arcane source. All of this is conveyed in sort of a confused
Sounds pretty clear to me.
does sound surprisingly clear, but that's what you're able to glean out. There are more details and proper nouns and things that are involved in this, of which this creature seems to be pretty aware. What's most important is that these devils begin to fly about in different directions. The spine devils that are in the column, instead of focusing on you, sort of begins encircling the group of encroaching creatures, and you can see the Amnesu raise his staff and begin walking back toward the center of the chamber. And that is that is the end of their turn. Pocket, it's now your turn. You can see spine devils and imps flooding out from the ceiling increasingly quickly and starting to fly around and descend in a column. What do you do?
Use my bonus action teleport to put me with my friends.
You go back on yourself.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I mean, 6 guys, 7 guys, maybe. Swarm of guys on a town that just showed up? Let's hold up a second and figure out what we're doing
to
here.
get to the closest party member, who is Ruzo, who is rushing ahead, and from where you stand, 30 feet away from Copernicus and Jory as well, who are just hoofing it.
All right.
So
okay. Well, no, I won't teleport. I'll stay like above the party, about 30 feet,
okay.
like where I am.
Yeah. But right now you are the furthest ahead. Archers are focused on you, and the Amnesu is all but ignoring you.
Making me how far from the spine devils and archers?
I'm sorry, I never got to roll for the archers. One of them fires at Pocket, one of them fires at Ruzo. I need to do that. I'm really sorry.
I mean, that's fair. I expect them to retaliate.
Both of them miss, and it doesn't look like they have multi-attack. Or no, they do, actually. So they fire again. One of them rolls a natural 20 against Pocket, and the other one misses.
I'll cast shield and block it.
Nice. So with shield, it is a 26.
Wait,
does it automatically block range weapons like this?
Oh, I thought you said it was a 20.
It was a 20 on the die. I'm sorry.
Give me the end number. I don't cast shield.
That's fine.
But I will use my chronal shift ability.
Oh, nice.
To
make them re-roll.
Oh wait, how far away are they?
They are 190 feet from you.
Did they attack with disadvantage?
Their bows have the range.
They have the range to the first number. If it's above the first number, it's disadvantage.
Yeah, no, it's 150 to 600, and you're 190 feet away. They're long bows.
The number is 150 to 600. So if it's over 150, it's disadvantage. If I'm 190 away, they would do a disadvantage.
Under 150, it's disadvantage.
No, that's incorrect.
What?
That is the up to 150 feet, they attack normally. Over it, it's disadvantaged. Above the second number, you can't hit it at all. I'm just clarifying the range rules.
Oh. Yeah. Let me.
Because, like, why would they have?
Fine. Yeah, that's fine. Well, then they miss. Either way.
Good.
Yeah.
People just often ignore the range.
Yes. We've had these conversations before. It is all good. It's still your turn, Pocket.
Shit, now I'm all confused. What did I do? Where was I?
What do we do?
You were trying to get back. You just floated above the party, and I think that's all you had done.
Oh, and then you remembered they hadn't took their turn. Okay, I was confused as to just what happened.
That's okay.
A
little bit, I guess, to make yourself more central. Not a significant amount.
Oh, well, now that I see that Ruzo is super sped up, I'm less hesitant to get even further ahead. So I will use my action to dash, move 60 feet forward in the air, and then teleport another 60 feet forward, moving me, netting me 120 feet forward.
Okay.
That's my action and my bonus action.
Got it. So you can see Pocket just like bolt off. Fly through it.
With a little twinkling pearlescent stream behind him.
There's still no sign of Copernicus. Is that your turn, Pocket?
Yeah.
Your turn. That's a lot. Yeah. Ruzo, it's now your turn.
So I now have 2 actions, don't I, because of the haste?
Double speed and 2 actions and bonus AC.
Yeah.
I'm going to fire a shot at each of the archers with my action, so it'll be 2 shots.
So we need to reorient because I was using the same mindset for your bow as well. What is the first number in your bow?
80. If they're within 80 feet, it's normal. If they're over 80 feet, it's disadvantaged.
Yeah, so you do have disadvantage, but it's fine. You can take the shot. You shoot at the Amnesu?
No, both.
Well,
I take a shot at both the archers.
You could move forward
so 2
first.
actions.
You could move forward first and then take the shots.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't put you. Or wait, no. What's your speed?
So I had plus 10 speed, so I'm 35 normally. I have plus 10 speed, so that's 45. And then what did the haste do?
Double it to 90. So
90 feet.
So
what's your right speed? You can run up and shoot an arrow and not have disadvantage.
If you were to only shoot one, you could take another action to dash and make your speed for this round 180. If you wanted to. I'm just saying, that's how it works.
You can also shoot arrows.
Wait.
That's cool.
So I'm 205 away from them now. Yeah, 25 feet from where they are.
You don't have to do that. You could just use all your movement and make 2 attacks, and you'd be within range of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to move forward. Am I moving forward 90 feet or 180 feet?
90, unless you want to use an action to dash. It's up to you.
But you can also use that action to take 2 attacks when you can normally only take 1, right?
Correct.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to move forward 90.
So you also just faster than you've ever seen Russo.
Yeah.
Dash and dash.
It's one of the best spells in the game.
Well, and Ruzo's so chill. It's very unusual. It's like you kind of got the bunny hat
Yeah.
in Smash.
They're like vibrating.
Yeah.
So I'm 115 feet away from them now. And I'm gonna take a shot at both of the archers.
Cool. Go ahead, and you realize that your momentum is carrying you, and before you've stopped all the way, you get these 2 shots off. So I'm going to say that you have advantage on these attacks.
Okay.
Oh, that means if they hit, you get sneak attack.
Yes, it does.
Oh,
So the first
Only on
one was
one.
10.
Is that with advantage?
Uh,
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
I mean, oh, thank you.
We're just talking.
Okay.
I forgot to put this in here.
Thank you.
Where's your stocking?
In the laundry basket somewhere.
Okay, well, oh, right here. I let a cat out.
Oh, thanks. She'll be back.
She'll be back. Where's she gonna go?
You take it. Yeah, what is the damage first? And do you hit the one that's already. Oh, yeah. You. Yeah. I'm going to round it up to 30. Second attack, if you could. Like I said, you do have advantage.
so with the piercing damage, that would be 28.
Wow. Wait, did you roll the hit? Is that your.
I didn't. Wait. Ah. Do I need to roll that twice?
Yep.
Yeah, take the higher one.
Ooh, 20. That wasn't a natural 20 though.
Very nice. So you roll. That's a crit. Oh. You sink it into this creature, and we'll just say that, like, it goes through their chest, and they fall down off of the side of this
Oh.
very tall, overhanging.
You took the satisfaction of rolling 12 d6s away from a player just now, I'll have you know.
Instant kill.
I never
Instant
take that
kill.
away. It feels so good.
So one of the archers is dead.
Yeah,
Very
What's
dead.
the other one doing?
they fall in addition to that.
And yeah, one more attack, huh?
No, I think that's it.
Oh, that's both of them. So that is your turn, Ruzo. Jory, it is your turn. You are the furthest away. You and you think you can hear Copernicus shuffling around in your area. What do you
Okay.
do?
Everyone has like charged forward. There's a portal that's opened, and it seems like they're interacting with the spine devils. So it's just like
yeah.
very chaotic right now.
And it's also like it's a large portal. It is the size of this town square and this clock tower. And there's something about the word Cineros that
Yeah.
is unsettling to you.
Do I know?
Sure.
Do I know anything about? Does that sound familiar to me?
You can make an
Um,
Arcana check or a religion check.
okay, I will make an Arcana check. That's a 14.
You do not know anything about Cineros. The name sounds familiar to you, but you don't know anything about it.
Okay, sounds familiar. Okay. Does it look like a portal that we could also enter into?
Why don't we
Yeah.
don't want to? We have business here.
I'm just asking.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
I'm
sorry.
just
I'm sorry.
asking.
I'm sorry.
Look like
That's
you
y'all's
just
business.
I'm sorry.
do it.
No, I just
Like it's
Mhm.
really open.
Gotcha. Okay. So,
Creatures are coming out of it.
uh,
Open portal.
yeah, creatures coming out of it. Everyone, I don't know where Copernicus is. Everyone is ahead of me. I will take my 25 feet of movement and go towards Pocket. I'm not sure how far away they are at this point, but
I'm 120 feet forward at least.
120 feet
Yeah,
forward.
they're
Oh.
the furthest away, actually. So
And
do you want to?
in the air.
Okay, so I'll take my 25 feet of movement and go up further. So I think I'm 200 feet away now.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
And then I will. So little.
And that's just in reference to this bridge, which is also a bit further up a ways. So when you get closer, the scope of it changes a little bit. There's like a distance you can only be so close to without having to scale the walls.
Okay.
So Pocket's
Then
probably
I will.
now.
So how far is Pocket away from me?
120.
130 feet.
130.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay, Copernicus is maybe near me. Okay, how about before I move, I'm gonna take out a little vial of holy water and kind of just scatter it around the area. I'll cast Bless on myself, and if Copernicus is within 30 feet, I will also hope that it also hits them, and I will cast Bless on Copernicus as well.
Say you need to see them.
You can turn his head.
It
You can
says
look
I
over his
bless up
shoulder.
It says bless up to 3 creatures of my choice within range.
Interesting. So you put this out there for Copernicus, and I need you to
Yeah,
make a
just
deep
like
roll.
D100. Oh, okay.
Yes, indeed.
That's a 8.
Cool. So give me 1 second. You do, and you gain 7 points of like temporary HP in addition to the
Cool.
blessing. And so does Copernicus, who you can hear say, "Oh, thanks. I'm actually really weak compared to everyone else here," which has always
Oh,
been
you're
a thing.
welcome.
It's a kobold. I don't think they can see me though.
No, it seems like I think we might be able to continue on in all this chaos.
Yeah,
Seems like very occupied.
I'm gonna stick close to you. I'm gonna hold my action, so if anyone gets close to you, they have to deal with both of us.
Great. And I will. That was my action. Bonus actions I can do. I'll end my turn then.
Cool. That is Jory. The Amnesu is going to step up again. And for those of you who can see Pocket, I think you may be just underneath it, and you may be able to see the edge precipice of it. But Russo, Jory, and Copernicus, you can see the staff begin to radiate, I guess you would say, sort of this like necrotic energy to become darker. And for the portal itself to begin swirling in counterclockwise direction. And they continue to speak in this vile, infernal, primordial pig den. Jory, you can probably understand that they mean to take this portal and this past the ensuing the creatures who have come out of it under their command, with some kind of magical effect. The spine devils continue to sort of just massively fly by, and some of them are going to begin to attack a few of you. Let's see if everyone could roll a d6. It's just random spines are also going to be popping down. That's a 5. I didn't get everyone's, but if you could just roll, if you rolled an odd number, then the spines fly off in your direction, but they are ineffectual. Whatever armor Oberon's Choice mead, you're able to clearly see them coming, and they pose no threat to you. But there are some that begin to rain down above. It is back to the top of the round. Pocket?
Tell me again what we're looking at now.
So you're just underneath this bridge space, and you can see something like a necrotic glow or necrotic energy carried over the bridge. You presume it's from the staff of the Amnesu, and you can see the portal begins to swirl counterclockwise with some of the same necrotic energy. Right now, you're underneath it. You can also see further ahead, more clearly than everyone else, there is a passageway. The road that you're on sort of begins to form about 200 feet ahead of you and narrow into some kind of mountain crag. And your intuition tells you that there's probably some kind of magical barrier or proto barrier between this area at the edge of Avernus and Stygia, which is what lies afterwards. You think if you could just get to Stygia, you'd be able to outrun this.
How far behind me is Jory and presumably Copernicus?
They are 130 feet behind you. You can still see them pretty well.
Yeah, I'm trucking it with my short legs.
Of course, because she's a gnome. Copernicus is a kobold, so you're naturally at the same stride.
How far away? So, but the spine devils and the archers, what are they up to?
One of the archers has been impaled and fallen to their death. The other one looks pretty bloodied and looks like they're beginning to pull away or pull off. Yeah, we'll say that they have dashed off to one side and not taken a turn. And they're closer to the edge or the precipice.
And the spine devils?
The spine devils are flying around with the imps freely. Some of them have attacked the group of you, but let me see how that is going. Oh my gracious.
Wait, they're not like taking turns?
It appears as if the the spine devils in control of the that are being controlled by the Amnesu are sort of hurting the ones that are flying above. You would almost think that they're trying to keep them off of you. If you didn't know better, they're flying them around the room.
But they aren't dealing with us right now.
There aren't any that are like directly in your face. They're flying above and they are attacking you with their ranged weapons, their spines.
All right. I guess I'll just fire a firebolt. I'm gonna move. I'll keep going forward. I'll move another 30 feet, and then teleport another 60, moving me 90 more feet, and then I'll fire a firebolt at the remaining archer.
Oh, yeah, sure. You're able to get a good vantage from where that is of them making their way further into one of the caverns. And when you look off in that direction, you can see reinforcements, more soldiers. Make your attack roll.
It's a 26 to hit for 20. I'm sorry, 21 damage.
Wonderful. So you strike them.
21
and
fire damage, if it makes a difference.
Yeah, they begin to burn like human, like that scene. I think there's that random man in a fire suit in the fight scene in Anchorman.
Of course.
Just like totally the full body thing. And they are screaming into the cavern in Infernal. That there's an onslaught coming from above, and the soldiers inside seem reticent to sort of file and rank, make their way out across the land bridge. So that is your turn, Pocket.
Yeah.
You teleported with your bonus action, moved, and made an attack.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Cool. It is now Copernicus's turn. He's within range of sort of the brawl. Or no, he's still with you, isn't he? 200 feet out. So let's see if he has this. Copernicus is going to cast an ice storm at the 5th level, which it is a 4th level spell, so they get 4d8. But I'm gonna just say that because they're so close to Stygia, the damage seems to be increased, and this funnel of icy storm and rock, a cylinder of rock hard ice just like appears, and some of the spine devils are instantly caught up in it. So there is 16 points of bludgeoning damage and 46 points of cold damage.
To who?
Copernicus.
Oh, no.
While invisible. I think it's a ring of greater invisibility. If not, then they've been able to upgrade it in that way. And you can see just like a mass of 4 or 5 spine devils, who I believe this is an instantaneous, attack, fall from the increasingly almost infinite on parade of creatures who are coming out of this portal. And that is their turn. It is, and they're going to run alongside Jory. They're going to keep their movement kind of at the same pace. so that you move together. That is what they do. Yeah. It is now Ruzo's turn.
I have a turn because I think haste only lasted a minute.
No,
And
minutes
then
are a
when
very
the spell
long time.
ends.
You still
Huh?
have
Yeah.
haste.
Mhm.
Oh,
It-
okay.
I do 10-second rounds, so that's for 6 rounds, and it's the second one now. Is that right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you still have some time with the haste. You can continue to move at the speed of 90, which is wild.
I will continue to do that. And so 90 feet again,
Do you
which
just
puts.
dash with your action, or are you, because you're going to be running away from them, so you're not going to have advantage if you were to attack because it's not going to have that momentum behind you.
What?
So I was still going forward.
Um, by the time you make it with your regular movement 90 feet, you're going to be underneath them. They're still above you with the land bridge, so the movement that you can get even when you're there is going to be, I don't know, 60, 80 feet, let's say. Does that make sense? You get closer, but they're still above you.
Okay, and then it's like is it a bit of a climb upwards?
It would be a bit of a climb. Yeah.
Okay, I will continue to.
It would be like 80 feet up, we could say.
Yes, okay. I will continue to attack with my bow. So still the spine devils and one of the
There
archers.
is, yeah, by the time you kind of make your way across, we can say that you go closer to the direction of where Pocket is. And so you can see that the person that you've hit is surrounded by other soldiers who have kind of taken them in and are probably attempting to heal them at this point.
How far is Pocket from me?
If you move 90 feet, Pocket move
Also
something.
Also 90. We're pretty neck and neck, honestly.
Yeah, you're not quite neck and
Okay,
neck. You're about 30 feet apart.
okay.
We just gotta get to Stygia. We just gotta go.
Yeah, you can.
I know.
Yeah, that's kind of their timbre.
Yeah.
Inside the cavern, there are quite a few enemies, probably at least 20 soldiers that you can see. And above, the hordes of spine devils and imps seem nearly like endless. Like it's literally flooding creatures out of this portal. And the Amnesu is, shouting out, run, run for your lives.
Is the Amnesu still like chanting or trying
Yeah,
to take control of the situation?
it seems to be increasingly capable of manipulating these hordes and is sort of composing their movement as his spine devils begin to give direction to the other ones. And they
Okay.
recognize the authority that this Amnesu carries. But you can also, as you make it further down the path, see the way out, or at least see the beginning of the road that leads out of this cavern.
Could either be a very bad idea or a very good one, but I'm gonna attack the Amnesu with my short bow.
How far is the Amazon away from us?
Oh, yeah, when you make it there, how far do you go? It's like 90 feet.
Yeah. Yes.
So you have a kind of an awkward shot within of the Amnesu's back because they're facing the way that you had come from, but we'll say that they're in range. Let's just say. You don't have advantage, but they are within range. So roll to hit.
Okay. And do I roll twice again?
No, just once.
Just one.
And
Okay.
it's a d20 plus whatever your modifier for the weapon is. And you may do you have guidance, I believe? because of Jory's charm, you can use 12 times, if I remember correctly.
It's bless, I think.
Yeah, but
The
they have
bless
to
is,
cast.
yes, I believe.
What was that?
The bless was on Copernicus, but this is a guidance.
No. Sorry, go ahead, Jory. Your potion that you gave Russo, what did it
What was
do?
the guidance?
It was a charm for the bow, if I remember
Ah.
correct. Because I just watched this
Yeah,
through.
so I don't. Oh, I think it. You're right. Then do I have?
It casts the cantrip guidance, but it's like a charm
Oh,
that
I cast the cantrip.
yeah.
Yeah, so
point.
it's a spell. I can store a spell in an item. So I guess it wasn't guidance then, or it wasn't bless. It was guidance,
Okay.
but it takes an
Um,
action to. So
You
I guess theoretically, you.
you had stored it already, and we will say that you cast bless on your last turn. That it was a separate thing. This was done in the previous session.
Yeah, I stored a spell inside of Ruzo's bow, and
Yeah.
that spell was guidance. You're saying?
Yeah, it's a cantrip. You can
that
roll a
does sound
d4,
familiar.
Okay.
um, in addition to your attack roll. And what bonuses
Okay.
you want?
So 16 to hit, just 7 without the sneak attack, and then a d6.
So 16 plus a d4.
The d4 is 4.
That is
20.
20. Yeah. We'll say that that's just enough, that you managed to find a weak point in their armor just above their neck. And it's a very small, narrow point, what is slightly weaker than the rest of the creature because they're in this resplendent armor. But because of your advantage in your angle, and you've become quite a crack shot since you were evil,
Yeah.
probably since the last time you remember, you're able to just make this attack. You don't have advantage. I mean, you don't have your sneak attack, but you can roll roll your damage die, and you get a
That was 7. Oh, plus what?
+1 in so it's 7 damage +1.
Yeah, 8.
Very cool. They notice this, and you don't have a silvered like arrows. You don't have any special arrows. Have we done that?
No.
Do you know?
No.
I
Okay.
just have regular arrows, I think.
Okay, so they do notice that, but it's not very strong. The creature isn't significantly affected. You can see them sort of nudge their shoulder in acknowledgement, and they might turn their head slightly. They don't look all the way around.
Fluff shot.
I could
I
have
think
had
that's
arrows, but that's something we can find out in Stygia. That's fine. You just shoot a regular arrow at them. Is that your turn?
You do have another action.
I do.
Oh, yes. You
Mhm.
can dash further if you'd like. Make another dash.
Yeah.
Or
I'm gonna
you could use it to dash if you wanted to get even further.
Yeah, that's what.
I'm going to dash. So I feel like I've overtaken pocket.
You
Yes,
will now.
at this point, you probably have just overtaken pocket.
I think I'm gonna try and stick close to where pocket is. So I'm gonna aim for just being right next to them.
Under. Because I'm flying.
Because
Oh.
they are flying and they're 30 feet in the air.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't care. So 90 feet. So
Cool.
yeah, 90. Yeah.
Yeah, that's rad. So now we're kind of starting to count in the distance away on the opposite end of that land bridge. as opposed to kind of getting near it. So we'll say that you're like squarely 15, 20 feet plus now from the area where the land bridge is. And it was not an easy shot, it should be noted. That is your turn, Jory. What do you do? You can
Okay.
see the members getting further away from you, and Copernicus is like, "We've got this, but gotta lay low."
Yeah. So now we're 175
You're
away.
about 170 or 185.
185.
Ruzo's further, but yeah.
Are there any creatures close that are antagonistic?
They haven't descended on you. They seem content to just
Mhm.
attack from the sky. There's so many of them. It's almost you almost get the sense that they mean to intimidate you more, because you think that if they wanted to swarm the group of you, that it wouldn't be difficult. It's almost as if the Amnesu hasn't given them the order, and they
Okay.
fly about in these glorious columns,
How high
intertwining.
above them? How high above them are me?
They're getting
How
increasingly close. The closest ones
far?
from where you are in the area are probably between 80 and 100 feet. But compared to where everyone else is, they're starting to kind of fly down and swoop down within 40, 30 feet, maybe even closer to Pocket, but not quite in his immediate space yet.
Okay.
To Pocket and
And
Ruzo.
so from the Amnesu, how far am I away right now? Like 175 or
You're about 200 feet.
still 200 feet? Okay.
Yeah.
And
That was our point of reference, was this bridge. So that includes distance up for whatever it's worth, but that's kind of the system that we're using it. You have to
Okay.
think how to describe the spatial thing. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I'll just say to a disembodied Copernicus, they're getting further away. I'm going to start running, and I will use my action and I'll dash 50 feet forward.
Copernicus says, "I can fly."
I can also fly. My walking speed. Then I'll be closer. I'll just run forward, running. Let's go, Copernicus. Got to get a little closer, and that's my turn.
So you run so that you're 150
50 feet. Yes.
Yeah. From the creatures, which is probably the best vantage point. They can most clearly see you of all of the creatures that they had seen previously, and there's something in their position. There's almost a vulnerability to them that is apparent, because you can see they have their staff held out, but the ritual magic is still kind of in place. You can see the effort and the concentration that they are using in order to manipulate the direction of this portal and to increase its intensity. You think that they may, or make an arcana check, I'll just say, because of your vantage and your kind of insight. You can look into this creature's eyes in a different context.
So that's a 27.
Wow. Right. This makes sense to me that your insight is really keen in this area because of your focus as an artificer. You think that rather than trying to intensify or empower this portal, that they are trying to curtail it and make it squarely under their control. You think they're trying to bind this portal with the staff that they have, and that is the nature of the magical effect that is being manipulated. You would probably generically know that Amnesu are hoarders of magical lore and abilities, magical weapons, persons. They have a very specific focus on arcane and arcane abilities, and so a lot of them are known for having many tricks up their sleeves and magical traps that are interfused into their lairs and on their persons, especially. But they haven't completed this ritual, and
Haven't completed the ritual. Okay. So, so I have some kind of idea of the Amnesu as having like some kind of horror.
Say that again.
This Amnesu, I have an idea that they hoard arcane knowledge.
Arcane knowledge and items.
And items. Okay.
And
so
you
I guess their
cave is well guarded on either side. You wouldn't know what the difference was, if there was a difference, if it was so false, because the area space goes all the way around. So their lair could be inbuilt through the whole cavern, in theory.
Okay, so Taka and Ruzo are probably a little too far away to kind of speak to, but I'll just tell Copernicus all of this, as far as like this is a ritual, this is being is trying to accomplish. I think it's going to be a little troublesome for us, Copernicus. So I'm going to try and stop this, and I think that's my.
Interesting. So Copernicus says, "What do you mean try and stop it?" Copernicus rolls a natural 1 on his Arcana check, so he has no idea what is happening. He doesn't understand the nature of the magic that the Amnesu is doing. He doesn't understand what Cineros is, if you use the word, and he definitely doesn't know anything about the staff, which is kind of his. And he's entranced by the staff that the Amnesu is carrying, having only recently been parted ways with his precious Elder Wand. He's got
so I don't know any of that, but I will say just darling, follow my lead. We're going for the staff.
And Copernicus says, "Did you just say what I think you said?"
I think I did.
Cool. And so it's the Amnesu's turn. They use their turn to continue to perform this magical ritual. Or I guess, yeah. To try and create this bond, this magical bond, which you can feel intensifying. And let me see, they're very perceptive. They're very, they have a passive perception of 17. And they are vaguely able to tell that you are beginning to kind of think of him as an individual target based on this interaction that you've had. And so he commands a column of these spine devils and imps to begin descending upon the two of you. And I think that would be a good stopping point, perhaps.
Maybe.
Oof.
Or we could just take a break if you wanted to go for like 10 minutes.
No,
15
I'm gonna have
minutes.
to head off sooner.
I haven't eaten dinner yet, but
no, if we're gonna break, then let's just stop.
Okay, well, that's probably a good stopping point. I was thinking we would reroll initiative anyways after that. Um, so yeah, that's our stopping point. That's the session, everyone.
Hey.
So close to Stygia, and yet so far.
So close. Can we take stock of like distance? So I think I'm like, me and Copernicus are like 150 feet away
About
from this
150.
Amnesu.
Yeah. The Russo and Pocket party, we'll just say, are together about 20 feet on the opposite end of the bridge area. So they can see you, but it's a little bit out of
So
the range for them to be able to do anything immediately, I think. You
So-
can prove me wrong.
so
I will.
so they are 20 feet away from the Amnesu area. Is that what you're saying?
The Amnesu is still probably 60 to 80 feet away, maybe more because of the nature of where they are on the
Oh.
bridge, but it's pretty narrow, this land bridge that is there.
Are Jory and Copernicus from us?
Are they what?
How far are they?
How far are they from us?
About 170 feet. We'll just say that you two are together, that you come together in this time that, you can call it a reaction. You two are moving so quickly that you lean and you end up together without thinking about it.
It's actually really cool to think about. Like, imagine you see Russo running just super quickly on the ground, and then I'm just flying quickly, like at my own pace, but every few seconds I'm just blinking, teleporting forward, slowly kind of catching up and overtaking. It'd be a cool loop of a GIF.
It's like we're having our own race.
I was kind of looking past this session into Stygia already, but I was like, we have to let this encounter kind of be what it is. And when I had the idea to put Cineros in it, which is really cute because I think both Keaton might not have played the Cineros campaign, but I've talked about it a lot.
No, I was a huge part of a Cineros campaign, remember?
The ending, I guess?
No, that entire one that me, you, and David did.
Oh, duh. Yes, you did it from the beginning. That was the second time I ran it. Yeah, that group party also failed. Duh. So you didn't split it again, but you get out of Cineros without being destroyed by it. Yes, I remember now. Duh.
We did. Collective trauma.
Yeah, it was lovely to put Cineros in that session as an Easter egg.
You mentioned trying to go through the portal, and I'm like, fuck that. We are not doing that shit again.
You don't want to go there. You don't want to go there for sure.
Not me, but Jory. Jory is so curious.
Oh yeah, you want to see everything. No stone unturned.
That's why we got to go to Sigil.
Literally.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay, goodbye everyone. Thank you for joining us. Till next time.